quarter of football. Ball's thrown up in the air. Saltamarchio gets a clear fist, takes possession, turns onto the left, and a quick chip in, and a quick chip in, and he's found Daniel Singleton. Shelley, a little bit late there, scruffs him to the ground. No 50-metre given.
Well, I don't think there was 50 metres in there.
Yes, he's changed his mind, and umpire O'Keefe from Warrnambool has given the penalty. It looks like he's given him about 30 metres.
Yeah, they're short, aren't they?
And it will see.
Do you reckon that was a 50-metre penalty, Laurie?
I think it was a crowd reaction myself.
So do I.
Anyway, 30 metres, 35 metres out. Singleton has got the kick at goal. Chips it up. Ferguson tries to set himself, as does Sheridan. Can't get it, but McNamara can. Tries to get the hands over to Jimmy Onturk, and Onturk's happy to see it over the boundary line. Deep into the Eagles' scoring zone there. Big throw in. Couple of minutes into the quarter. Braniff tries to turn it round the body, can't do so. Over to Onturk. Kyo Inthavong, he tries to get the ball and also can't. Ball's pushed forward by Corio. Comes clear. Over to Collins. Collins onto the left boot. Big kick down to where O'Leary doing a bit of hobbling there, Sean O'Leary. Can't get it. Ball goes over to Baker. Baker quickly picks it down and looking for a teammate there in Ian Cockrell, and the ball beats him over the boundary line and will have a throw in. Half forward flank. Defensive side for the Eastern Suburbs football team. Ball thrown in now. Making possession there was Salta Damacchio. Can't get it out. Can do so now. Well picked up there by Buckingham. Buckingham takes a bounce down the wing, looks to centre it through Sheridan. Sheridan high, but can't get control of the ball. Goes to ground. Shelley uses weight. Buckingham comes in again and tries to butter up with Singleton. Pack forms, and umpire O'Keefe says we'll have a bounce up.
Shelley's getting to his feet. I thought he might have been injured there for a moment. He's okay. Umpire Ferguson's about to throw it up. Up it goes. Braniff, ball pushed out. Umpire saw it right on. Johnny on the spot there. Onturk plays on. Handball King. Over to King. King, long kick up the wing, through the wing onto the forward line. Here's every chance for Gray there going forward. Good defensive play by Gray there, looked like. Camerota into the centre of the ground has taken a mark. There was good defensive play by the Suburbs. Now they move it long. But it's a wayward kick again, and the Corio players stand firm. Nice handball, look away handball I call it. Good play, Darren McNamara. No, it's not, it's Bigham. Alford, thanks Peter. And there's a lovely mark there, stretched to the limit there was the number 6 player in Grundy.
It's Reg.
Reg again.
Troy Gundry it was.
There's a kick off the ground there. Good defensive play by the Suburbs, and we'll see the ball over the line for another throw in right on the cricket pitch area at the Eastern Suburbs ground.
I wasn't sure whether, Fano, you were talking about Grundy or Undies, because you've seen a few of those lately.
Well, I have. The Philpott comes to mind straight away.
Okay, it's a throw in again now. There's a scrimmage again. It's getting a little bit scrappy now. I guess that's the intensity of the game now, and there's been a few packs formed in this last quarter, and there's another one at the moment. Umpire about to throw the ball up. Nice big throw. Buckman set themselves. It was a big leap there from the Corio player. Pushed it down again. Another pack forms. Eastern Suburbs player brings the ball out, kicks the ball long. It's a long clearing kick, a good kick that time, into the wing. And the players force it again over the boundary line and out of bounds.
If there's one thing I can't quite understand, that was Andrew Hill that kicked that ball. You know, he's probably made 60 or 70 metres. We haven't seen that much long kicking. Now, Hill is a prodigious kicker of the ball, so's Stefanowski and a few others, and they've been really happy just to chip it around.
Well, I do think if Suburbs are going to win this, they have to start kicking the ball long. I think that's the way they're going to do Cry. It seems to be hard to run the ball up into that end for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah, the ball's been thrown in. Braniff and Onturk battle for the ball clear possession, and a kick from a pack comes out to Danny Ruck. He in turn tries to get control of it, can't do so. Goes through the legs of Baker. Peters picks it up. Big handball into the corridor. Another long handball sees Singleton get control of the ball. He can't get it away. Keating can. He gets a quick hands over to Baker. Baker looks to measure a pass off and does so down through Cockrell. Keating runs past Cockrell looking for the handball. There's nothing there. Umpire calls play on, but it's a wall of Eastern Suburbs players there. Jamie Collins and the rest of the world, it was kind of like, and really pushed and put under the hammer there. It's quickly picked up and kicked long and wide there by Mark Buckingham, and to find the boundary line, and we'll have a throw in.
Yes, Jamie Collins nearly stole that actually off the pack. And
yeah, I thought he was going to.
He was outnumbered 4-1, I think.
I think he had 6 around him. Rundle, ball's been thrown in. Sean Rundle quickly jumps on the ball and pulls it into the pack, and we'll have a bounce up.
I just see where Singleton's left the ground, just been taken off. He's made a couple of little errors. I think he's paid the penalty.
He's a good young kid though, like he's only about 17 and plays in the under 18 still. So, Mick, here you go, boy.
Couldn't get to it.
Couldn't quite bend down that low. Nice measured pass from Keating, I think it was, into the forward line, and it's been pushed over and out of bounds, and we'll have a throw in.
I reckon he might struggle to get up and go to church tomorrow, Mick.
I actually think he went to ground then. He was on his wrong foot, too far out. He wouldn't have kicked that.
Ball's been thrown in. Ruck set himself a big punch down. Williams running at the ball, only to find Peters. Quick handball off, looking for Inthavong. Can't find him. Can find Baker. Could have been a free there, but not paid. Williams kind of buries himself into the pack, holds it in, and umpire McMaster says we'll have a throw up. Daisy Williams drags himself to his feet. Up goes Salter to Markow. Punch down. Danny Irving trying to get it. Can't do so. Teammate in Peters can. Punches the ball down very quickly to O'Leary. He overruns it. Braniff doesn't. He kicks off the ground. But it's picked up, and infringement there from one of the Eastern Suburbs players in Sheridan, I think it was. And free kick's been given to Corio, and that will go to Darren Bennett.
Why wasn't it down the ground, boys?
Should have been, possibly. Bennett plays on. We've got to give the umpies the benefit of the doubt.
That's only a question.
Nice quick kick to Matt Ryder in the centre of the ground, and he's taken a mark. Ryder plays on quickly, kicks the ball long. Williams sets himself, goes to hand. No clear possession again, although Collins tries to clear it, can't do so. Pushes it out, and Nathan Murray tries to get it, pushing the ball along. Through comes Williams again, turns onto the left, looking to push the ball forward, can't do so. Ball comes down to Corio. On Turk quickly puts the ball to boot, down to where Alford tries to take a possession, can't do so. And Inthavong is happy to see the ball pushed over the boundary line and out of bounds, and we'll have a throw in. The ball, central wing now. Saltamakia sets himself, can't get the control of the ball, it's pushed away. Through comes Sheehan. Sheehan shepherds now for a teammate, quickly pushes the ball forward, and down to where King for the Corio side takes a good mark. King tried to play on there, but the umpire says no, I've called time out, so you'll come back and kick it over your mark.
Can only play on from a free kick, can't you?
King looking for an option here. Decides to kick the ball long. That's probably a good option there. Kicks the ball long. Ryder goes high, can't hold the ball. Gets pushed out to
Gundry.
Gundry runs onto the ball nicely, kicks it inside 50. Mick Howard goes for the ball, drops off hands again. Eastern Suburbs backline works hard out there, brings the ball out. There's a pack forming there. I think it's Baker got the ball there. I think, I don't know where the umpire, I think he might have. There's a 50-metre penalty there. Head-eye tackle. It's warming up a little bit this game now. There's a little bit hanging on the end of this result, and there's a few little frustrations coming in. It's a 50.
Well, we're 12 minutes gone into the quarter, and there's been no score.
That's right.
No score in the final quarter. 12 minutes in, and we've got a crackerjack game. Geelong West Cricket have certainly.
There's got to be a free fall to Keating there.
Geelong West Cricket with the score at Anarchy at the moment have opened the contest up a bit. Anarchy were one game ahead, and now they're going to bring them back to the field. Keating plays on quickly over to Onturk. Onturk looking for the corridor again, tries to chip it in through to Baker. He can't get a possession. Gundry can. He runs the ball for 5 or 10, then gets a handball over to Baker. Baker chips in and finds a teammate there. I can't quite
17, I think it is.
Make his number out. Ricky Lazarick. Ricky Lazarick for the Corio side. Now this will be interesting. He's setting himself from about where Adam Sheridan couldn't quite make the distance, and neither can Rick Lazarick. But it does fall.
The old bloke.
It does go into the hands of Mick Howard. The big hand stretched up. He had a couple of goes at it. It went to ground, and he picked it up off the ground and popped it through. That's 3 shots within 2 metres. Noel, I wouldn't mind that kind of average.
That's on the end of the chain if I've ever seen it. Hey, it doesn't matter. He's still getting them 6 points every time he does it.
And Mick Howard kicks his second, and Corio's 8th goal, which now the topsy-turvy game of footy starts, and they will go 3 points ahead of the visitors. Sorry, on the visitors board. The score now, Eastern Suburbs 9-4-58. Trailing Corio 8-13-61, and we are now at the 12-13 minute mark, about the 12 or 13 minute mark.
And who's bringing us the last quarter, Peter?
My employers.
Buckley's the Gaming Centre.
Buckley's Entertainment Centre, thank you very much.
Buckley's Entertainment Centre.
Get it right, Noel, or I won't shout you.
As we see Jamie Collins, I think he's pumped one through, no? Touched on the line by the big fella.
That's a bit of a strange rule actually, because Mick had a couple of goes at that when Collins turned and put it onto the boot, only to score a point. He's taken one grab one side of the line and the second grab the other side of the line, so it is paid as a point. Ball brought back into play by Andrew Hill. Big long kick down to where Jamie Collins has set himself in front of the pack and taken a good mark. Plays on quickly over to where Baker tries to take a mark, can't do so, and the ball's been cleared. Back through the corridor. 2 Corio players in Bigham and Onturk fight for possession, and the ball spills and we'll have a bounce up. Quickly round the ground, 3/4 time. Anarchy are back. Geelong West Cricket and Footy 11-7 to Anarchy 8-10, so they're about 15 points down. Werribee and Bannockburn still toe-to-toe, 13-12-90 to 12-7-79. The Thompson side are 11-7-73 in front of North Geelong 6-7-43. And going quickly, while we do have a bit of a lull here, Bell Park are well in control of the game at St Albans. They're up by 6 or 7 goals. St Joey's and North Shore. Here's the turn up for the books if it's written down right. St Joey's are 12 goals, 13-85, leading North Shore 9-5-59, if that's around the right way. St Mary's and Geelong West St Peters, there's a game there, 10-15 to 10-6. Grovedale and Newtown, they're going head for head, Noel, much to your displeasure. Grovedale, my team, have now hit the front by a point.
Oh, on the bandwagon.
12 goals 7, leading Newtown 12 goals 6. And in the final game in the GDFL round 14, we have Lara, 11 goals 9, leading Leopold 9 goals 6. Here we are back at Richmond Crescent. We see the Corio side presently leading the Eastern Suburbs side 8-14, 62 to Eastern Suburbs 9-4, and that's Buckley's Entertainment Centre score. Lawrence.
Thank you, and the umpire throws the ball up, solid mark, he goes for it as he's done all day, pushes the ball out. Not a great result though. Corio player front, Corio's doing everything right at the moment. Collins swoops on the ball. He looks a great player, swings the ball around. Running onto the ball is looks like to be number 4 for them. Would be
Baker. No, Smith.
Paul
sorry.
Smith. Paul Smith brings the ball forward. Up he goes. The big fella's got it again.
Oh,
What a mark!
the old fella.
And it's a long time since I've seen the guy show that ball to the crowd. You know, they used to do that all the time, many years ago. Oh, he's doing a Dennis Lilly run up here. Mick,
why
Peter, I'm not going to call this guy.
Well, why I asked Fano earlier, was he a centre forward or a centre back? I've seen Mick kick a goal.
Well, can you call this, Peter? I can't.
Well, he's 30 metres out, an acute angle, and he's missed.
Well, neither can Peter call it, because he didn't kick it.
Well, I mean, I was going to preempt that. Oh, what a shot.
I reckon Fano's wrong. I reckon he used to play centre half back.
Well, I reckon Jimmy.
Because he kicks like one.
Okay, fair enough.
Well, the guy, he's
Oh, look, he's a great bloke. He's a character. He's an absolute character of footy. And we hope that won't cause Corio not to get over the line. Eastern Suburbs through Stefanovski brings the ball back into play. It's only to rebound with the Corio kick back in again, and the ball's been marked by Hill. Hill takes the ball, kicks long, looking for Rundle. Rundle does get a possession, quickly puts it onto the right boot. King tries to run onto it, can't do so. Ball spills to O'Leary. O'Leary 1 bounce, 2 bounce, runs inside 50, looking for Scotty Ferguson, and a great pass, and well done by Sean O'Leary there. Very unselfish play. Could have tried to kick the goal, was probably a little far out for him, and passed it in, and Scotty Ferguson takes a mark.
You're a very kind man, Peter.
You reckon he had a shot?
My word, he did.
And Scooter, the big Ferguson, puts through his third, I believe, for the day, and the first for the quarter for the Eastern Suburbs side. Well, they are going hammer and toe here.
He's been a good contributor, hasn't he, Ferguson?
Well, yeah, picked on the interchange bench and come on, kicks 3 goals, equal leader with the coach, so you can't ask for much more than that.
So next week he won't get it run.
17-minute mark of the last quarter sees the Eastern Suburbs side 64 goals for, it shows on the scoreboard. 64 goals for.
It's a big score.
I think they might have it round the wrong way, but
I think we might get a shot at it. That's worth it. 64-4, 64.
Back with umpire McMaster, throws it high in the air. Saltamagia gets a good punch down and goes again and butters up with another big punch. Ball forms in a pack at centre forward. Bingham tries to punch it out, can't do so. Collins is in there, he can't get it out. The ball does spill free now to Shelley. Shelley try and get control. A big paddling handball across to where Danny Ruck gets it. He quickly turns onto the left foot. Calvin Keating, quick by hands, down looking for Baker it is. Baker, he turns, looking for Troy Gundry. Gundry gets it clear, but only as far as the Eastern Suburbs, and very unfortunate there for Damien Williams. It was handballed onto his foot and it went over the boundary line and out of bounds on the full.
This is the bloke that's going to have to turn it for him.
Collins runs off the mark and looks to chip it into the corridor, but only as far as the number 18 in Kelvin Gray, a stalwart for the Eastern Suburbs back line, to chip in and take a good mark. Looking for something down the ground, gets it from Rundle, flies high, goes to ground. The number 6 in Nathan Murray takes a bounce, doesn't really steady himself all that well, and is only able to just chip it and dribble it along the ground and over the boundary line, right in front of the guest video commentary box here, bringing you the footy live today from Richmond Crescent on your station 100.3 Geelong Radio. The ball thrown in now. Saltamagia quickly tries to get control of it, can't do so. Tries to get the hand away, but ridden into the ground by Keating.
Yeah, he was given fair.
That was a very, very good decision, I think, by umpire O'Keefe. They must pay him like that down in Warrnambool, and that was a good job. Calvin Keating takes a free kick. Laurie.
Thanks, Peter. Calvin Keating looks up forward. They have to get some results from this. Goes forward. Pack forms. Oh, there's a lovely mark in the middle of the pack there. I think it's Paul Camerata, is it? Or
no, it's Williams.
It's Daisy Williams getting up. Ex-Newcombe player. Going back.
Over right too, isn't he?
He's played okay. Daisy brings the ball in. Around the wing, pack set themselves, Keating flies high, push the ball, Braniff gets the ball out, works hard after it again, good second effort. Stacks on Mill, and I think umpire will have to come in and bounce the ball. Which he's going to do, will throw the ball up. Just down, not far from the press box. Up the ball goes.
The difference.
Up it goes. Exciting now, the bit of crowd movement as well, and a bit of noise in the background. Everybody's starting to get excited about it now. There's only a point of difference. Baker.
Well done by Williams, who ran across in front of him and smothered that ball over the banner. And Noel, I tell you what, the boys are very, very hard at the ball. Some of the smothers all day have been like Keating earlier in the game.
Yes.
Got a throw in now. Players set themselves. They're working very, very hard, these guys. They're tied, but they're giving everything to it. And the ball, I think, is going to go over the boundary line again.
Not quite yet. It's pushed over.
Touchdown.
Oh,
it is now. It's a try.
that would be magnificent. Melbourne stormed Parramatta last night.
Yeah, that's where you were
That
last
was
week.
a 4-pointer to well
He
done.
didn't pay it, though.
Well done there to Gordon Collins. Ball's been thrown in the air. It goes down. Camerotto tries to get it. Keating also tries to get it, but it's only pushed over the boundary line and out of bounds. And we'll move around about another 5 or 10 metres, and I've just broken my pen, and we'll go to a new one. I think Ronnie Brain's here. I've got a feeling Ronnie Brain's here. I can smell him. The ball's been thrown.
Thank you very much.
Ruck takes the ball clear in the centre of the ground. Looks to bang it in a long way. Can't go to any player of his own colours. Been cleared again through Kelvin Gray, who's been the backbone for the back line there for the Eastern Suburbs side. Goes down the wing. Ferguson looks to get control. Back through Salter-Domenica over to Stefanowski. Stefanowski through a teammate, pushes it down to Sheridan. O'Leary cops one high, the umpire says. Cops one high, and free kick goes there. He chips in very, very quickly looking for Nathan Murray. Murray can't get it. Sheridan tries to kick it off the ground. Can't do so. And he'd be fairly frustrated with that. I think he's yelling, settle down now, boys, and it's gone through for 1 point. 1 point to the Suburb side.
I think the thing he was frustrated, he was on his own there and they couldn't quite see him.
Couldn't quite get to him.
No.
Eastern Suburbs now on the Buckley scoreboard, leading by 2 points, 65-63. Pushed back into play there by Ruck. Long kick, only to go to centre half forward, where the ball rebounds quickly. Sean O'Leary puts his body on the line, running backwards into the play with the flight of the footy, and gets a little bit of attention there from Danny Ruck, and takes a free kick right in the on the goal line. And quickly plays on, and he's kicked a goal, a much needed goal by Sean O'Leary. The second of the quarter for Eastern Suburbs. We're now at the 22-minute mark of the final quarter here, and Eastern Suburbs, Laurie, they've got a little bit of latitude now. They've picked up a bit of a break.
Yeah, fair dinkum, that was a gutsy effort, yes. Peter. He really put himself in there, and no fear at all. Went straight at it, and unfortunately, the Corio bloke did everything right, but just got in a little bit high. And
he wore one too. O'Leary.
I mean, that was a good effort. If that's going to lift the team, it should.
Back to the centre of the ground. McMaster throws it in the air on Turk. And Salter-Domenica, who hasn't had a break all day other than a little spell from Scotty Ferguson, bundles the ball towards the wing. Can't get it clear. Bingham can for Corio. On Turk, paddles it on, looking for Keating in the centre of the ground. He in turn can't get it. Braniff and Ruck go hard at the ball. Sean Braniff, he in turn paddles it out. Quick kick away there. Yeah, and he's paid a free kick. And the free kick there will go, I think it's to Collins.
Is it Cow in for thumb?
I think it's Collins. I think Keo in for thumb. I think he's having a sleep. And Collins will take the free kick.
Yeah, but it was in for thumb who got decked.
Quick kick, pretty ordinary kick. Shelley ducks under what he should have stood up and had a look at. Heard the wheels wobbling up behind him, I think. Ball goes along to Irving. Irving tries to get it, can't do so. On Turk, really battling hard for the ball. Goes over to Irving, who turns quickly onto the left and making position there. And well done was Troy Sheehan for the Eastern Suburbs side. Sheehan, about 40 metres out. Very acute angle, deep in the pocket. It's interesting now, it is freezing cold here and boys are going down everywhere with cramp.
Is it getting darker or am I getting old?
I can't see you. Sheehan onto the right boot, runs in, steadies, has a long ping at the goal, can't do anything, but up over the back of the pack was Scotty Ferguson. Couldn't quite get that second grab and off hands, and it's gone through for 1 point.
Fergie nearly got it then, Peter, was all but.
Well, I think the Eastern Suburbs boys would take those points. You know, a point means a lot at the moment, and now they've got away to a good 9-point margin. We're good side of 23, 24 minutes gone. Ball kicked in. Corio seem to be really trying to step up the pace now. I think they know the pressure's on On Turk through the centre of the ground looking for Baker. Baker sets himself, can't get it. Collins almost caught with the ball, paddles along in front of him. Let's go, and a pack formed, and umpire McMaster will take a ball up.
Great defensive play there, Peter. They were away then. Umpire now throw it up right on the half-forward line for the Corio side. They need a goal desperately. Pushes the ball out. It goes to Corio player. Nice hands out there. Smith's got the ball. Turns it over his shoulders. Man in front. That's the spot to be. He takes a lovely mark just in front of Mick Howard.
Andrew Hill.
Andrew Hill. He's played a pretty good game, Hilly.
Played a very good game in Inverloch, Peter.
Okay, Hilly kicks the ball long this time. That's the way to defend. Kick the ball long. Kicks the ball long, only to see a Corio player run onto the ball. He swings the ball into the forward line, and outside 50 as the mark has been taken by. It's too dark out there to see who it is.
Lazarich it is.
Lazarich kicks the ball into the pocket. Probably not the spot to have it. And it's been put by Hilly over the boundary line again. Good defensive play by Hill then. They should be a little bit more direct, I think, Corio. They've got to get in front, and you won't get in front going around the boundary. Up it goes, throw in, stacks of players everywhere.
Well, I think Collins is trying hard because he was actually doing the ruck work there, and he's not the tallest man. Ball comes down to where Keating tries to get it. He paddles the ball out, but only as far as Bingham, but there's a kick off the ground by the Eastern Suburbs side. Ball spills free. Shelley, he tries to get control. Long hands out. Over to Onturk. Jimmy Onturk, 50 out. Lines them up. Chips in front, and the big ruckman for the Eastern Suburbs side in Saltamarca has dropped back into the last line there and looks to settle things down. Slowly gets to his feet, chips the ball out to where a mark's been taken by Sean Rundle. It's as if the runner's out there now and said, slow things down, boys. We're at the 27-minute mark.
Well, Saltamarca, Peter, they dropped back into that goal square. He hasn't done that much all day.
He hasn't done it at all. So obviously the runner is out on the ground, and they would know what time it is. I make it about 27 minutes gone into this quarter, and Eastern Suburbs are more than happy now. They've adopted the Kevin Sheedy attitude of just chipping the ball around in the back line. And with a 9-point break, it's probably good play.
I like watching this happen. I reckon every player has to be accountable, so it should be easy to stop.
Well, that's true. All the Corio really need to do is just run up and man up.
Yeah.
Ball pushed over the line. Temper's getting a little bit frayed, but I can tell the listeners out there, those sitting at home in the warmth, sitting in front of the heater, which I wish I was there with you, you've really missed a great game. It's been both sides really putting in hard at the ball. Saltamarca comes through looking for Camarotto. He finds him in the middle with hands. Camarotto turns quickly, puts it a mile high. Shelley, a big punch over the pack. Looks to duck under one, can't do so, get one away to Keating. He in turn can't get control of the ball. Irving can. He pushes the ball forward. Through comes Irving again, quick hands over.
The ball going.
He's got Kelvin Gray. Kelvin Gray can't get it any further down than Sheridan. King trying hard, paddles the ball forward and chips. He's prepared to chip the ball over. Pushed along again. Corio hard at the ball through Alford. Tries to centre the ball with a handball, but it's gone to Sheridan. Sheridan, interesting then, turns and bangs a point. But what was interesting then, he kicked it on the right foot. The pressure came.
He had no choice.
And he thought, I can't line it up on the left. I've got to kick it on the right. And that's first blemish on Adam Sheridan's kicking record today. I think that's his first point. And
yes, I was wondering whether you were going to pick that up, Peter.
And that's got them 10 points in front. Corio quick to play on through Danny Ruck, the fullback now. Kicks it out and finds teammate in Paul Baker. There's a little bit of movement on the central wing area. The Eastern Suburbs boys are now trying to man up on every option, but Gundry given a little bit of latitude there by Williams and takes a chest mark. He in turn looks up ground, tries to push it forward, does so, but only as far as the Eastern Suburbs back line. They in turn turn it over, kick it long down the wing, and it goes out of bounds in front of the commentary box in front of Damien Williams. And there is the siren, and what has been a very, very good game of football. We've seen the lead swap and change several times throughout the game, no more than that quarter. The final scores here, we would see Eastern Suburbs win the game 11 goals 7, 73. have beaten Corio, probably let them down with their kicking, 8 goals, 15-63. That's a 10-point win to Eastern Suburbs, and probably very necessary for both sides. With what's going on now, from what we can pick up through Geelong West, cricket and footy, Anarchy have come back very, very hard at the Geelong West cricket side. Noel did point out the fact that there is some criticism out there at the moment from the coaching staff about the commitment of their players to train and whether they can run out the last quarter. So very, very good game of footy. I think I'll be the first to say this, Mr. Fanning. I thought the umpires did a very good job today. A couple of little mistakes. They're not.
Are they human?
They are. But overall, I thought they were very good. McMaster was very good, and O'Keefe from Warrnambool, serviceable.
I'd have to second that, Peter. I agree. It was a top effort today, and it makes all for the game. I think when it's they let the game go. There was a lot of packs form. They didn't play those tiggy touchwoods. They waited to get out. And I think that's the way the umpires got to be umpired in this modern day of footy.
And they were very entertaining, especially the Warrnambool bloke, the way he raced into the little huddle and did his stuff, and I think we should...
All right, just before we go to a break, one thing I would point out, you ought to see, if you get a chance to buy one of the videos...